Hi guys, my name is Megan and I'm the author of the popular website Skinny Fitalicious. And I'm also a nutrition practitioner, and every day I help women and men lose weight. Today I'm dropping by because I want to talk to you about snacking and sugar cravings. So one of the comments I get from readers, from clients frequently is how to control snacking and those constant sugar cravings. So first thing I want to say is a sugar craving is generally telling you that there's something going on with your health. Either you're not getting enough nutrients, either you're not eating enough protein and healthy fat, or you have other issues going on hormonally, like with your insulin, and insulin is incredibly important when it comes to fat loss. So you can actually drop by my blog this week. I talk a lot about insulin and fat loss and how important it is to balance insulin when you're trying to lose weight. If you're trying to lose weight and you have hormonal problems, things that are not balanced, you will have trouble losing weight. Your hormones have to be balanced. And this is something that I work with my clients one-on-one, that I coach them and help them through so that eventually they can get to a place where those sugar cravings are eliminated. And believe me, it can happen. You do get to a place when you start eating a certain way and balancing your insulin, you do reduce those sugar cravings. Now that's not to say that every once in a while you don't feel like you want to have something chocolatey and good and sweet. Okay, so for when those times come, I've got a quick, easy 5-minute homemade chocolate pudding recipe that I want to share with you today. And this recipe really came about from my boyfriend. The other night he was telling me how much he misses eating chocolate pudding. You see, the chocolate puddings that you buy in the store, the instant ones, they're filled with chemicals. And every time he eats them, he gets incredibly sick. So he doesn't eat it anymore. And I said to him, well, I can make you chocolate pudding in like 5 minutes in the blender. It's so easy. And he was like, what? So I'm going to show you guys today how easy it is, because he didn't believe me and maybe a bunch of you don't believe me either. So I'm going to go ahead and show you all the ingredients that are in this recipe, and you're not going to believe what some of them are. Okay, to start out, I have two small avocados and I just threw them into my blender. The other thing I'm going to throw in here is a ½ cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. And cocoa powder is just so great for getting your chocolate fix on. I mean, you can even do like cocoa powder with milk and warm it up in the microwave and have that as a quick, late night snack. I'm going to add just a little bit of sea salt to this. And then the next thing I'm going to add is some unsweetened almond milk, okay? You can add any milk that you want to. He is lactose sensitive, so we try to avoid any type of dairy for him. The one thing I will say is I love this brand, and this isn't sponsored in any way. It's by Califia Farms, and this is just their unsweetened almond milk. There's no flavoring, no sugar added, no nothing. The other thing I like about it is that it's carrageenan free. Okay, so what is carrageenan? So carrageenan is an emulsifier, a thickening agent that is hidden in so many foods. Yogurts, lunch meats, milks, the list goes on and on and on. If you just Google that word, you're gonna see so many images of brands and products that are gonna come up and say, this is what's in your food. So what's the problem with carrageenan? Carrageenan actually causes inflammation and can have an autoimmune response with many people. So if you're somebody who's dealing with an autoimmune disease or inflammation, or you're prone or susceptible to those things, you want to try to avoid that because it's snuck into so many foods. So that's why I love this brand. That's why I buy that brand. So to my blender, I'm going to add a ½ cup of that milk. Okay, so we have our milk. Next thing, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. Now, I am not that concerned about Greek yogurt being dairy for him because of the fact that, and most people don't know this, but Greek yogurt is highly, highly strained. So different from other dairy products, it has so much less lactose. There's hardly anything. So if you're lactose intolerant or lactose sensitive, you might be able to take Greek yogurt and use it. If you can't, coconut yogurt is a good alternative. There is a homemade recipe for coconut yogurt that I did recently on Paleo Hack's website, so you can Google that. It's super, super simple to make at home. All right, so 2 tablespoons of
non-fat Greek yogurt. I like Fage because there's nothing else added to it. There's no artificial flavorings, no sugar, no nothing. You can do full fat, non-fat, whatever you want to do. And then I'm just going to add 2 tablespoons of honey. You can do 1, 2. For him, I'm going to do 2 because he's got a real sweet tooth. And we got to take baby steps with him. So I'm going to add 2 organic honey. And you could do maple syrup here. You could do some stevia. You could even try to do some coconut sugar. All those things would work here. My preference here is just to do some honey so that it's a little bit sweeter for him. So I'm going to blend this up. And when I blend it up, it's going to get smooth. So that's what we're looking for, is a smooth consistency. And this might be a little loud. Okay, so I don't know if you're going to be able to see this very well, but it is creamy, creamy, thick and smooth. Super, super creamy and thick and smooth. Can you see that? Okay, so perfect. It's just perfect pudding consistency. So the thing is with this, it is made with avocados, which is a great healthy fat. It's got Greek yogurt for extra protein. It's got milk for calcium. So you're getting so many great nutrients here. You've got the cocoa powder, which is a good antioxidant for the body, helps reduce inflammation. So this is a great late night snack. This is one that I recommend to my clients all the time. Something that, you just need that little bit of sweetness at night. Try something like this at night after dinner, and it's probably going to take the edge off of that sweet tooth as you transition to healthier eating. So now this will keep for about a week in the refrigerator in an airtight container. And all you have to do is pull it out. As a matter of fact, as it sits for a few days, it gets better and better. So that is how you make homemade chocolate pudding in 5 minutes that is free of chemicals and completely healthy. I hope this recipe helps you guys. I'll leave the link to the recipe on the blog in the comments below. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them and I will respond to them as I see them come through. Bye guys, have a great weekend.